You guys might or might not have seen on the news that North Korea recently have been sending trash, feces-filled balloons to South Korea. So far, there has been 3 rounds, and each round apparently had about 200 to 300 balloons that flew over to South Korea. During the first round, when the balloons were being sent, it fell down near the border, so a lot of farmy areas, not near the city. And it wasn't just trash or like piece of papers, it was literally feces that was inside. And the witnesses where these balloons fell in front of their farms and buildings and houses, they're like, wow, this is not some normal feces. This was an odor that just like lingered for a long time. During the second and third round, due to the wind current, it traveled even farther, even coming to Seoul, directly one of the most populated cities in South Korea. One of the balloons even falling a couple feet away from the Korean Blue House, which is like the Korean White House. Some of the balloons even had a battery pack that had a mini explosion once it hit the ground, so somebody could have been seriously hurt. We even see photos of cars being damaged because of these balloons. And even recently, now, during the third round, of these balloons catching on fire once it hit the ground, so it could have some kind of chemicals or some kind of mini explosions that was attached to it. In response to this, South Korea has brought back their mega speakers. So the speaker thing apparently happened during the war in the 50s and 60s that was used. And South Korea has been blasting like not only K-pop, like BTS music and like Red Velvet music, but the innovations of South Korea, such as the cars and like Samsung phones and things that we've been doing. So current event news and even predicting the weather of North Korea to let the North Koreans know what is going on outside of this world. And so I guess kind of implanting new ideas and news around the world to the people of North Korea who are stuck there. And this mega speaker is said to have reached over 20 kilometers. I'm not sure what it will sound like if you're 20 kilometers away, if it's going to be like a clear loudspeaker or if you're going to hear it in mumbles. I'm not sure, but apparently a lot of North Koreans have been hearing this. And allegedly, according to South Korean side, they say that some people who have listened to the mega speakers decided to flee the country. And apparently, after only one day of playing and blasting the music again, about a couple of North Korean soldiers decided to flee or try to leave North Korea, but South Korea fired back and they weren't able to come all the way. So it's actually been 6 years since the mega speakers were turned on. Back in 2018, President Moon of South Korea and Kim Jong-un had like a little peace agreement. They came into an agreement to have the South Korean speakers be turned off, and North Korea said that they will ease on their military practices. But I believe as the new presidency of South Korea took place, the agreement was void and the tension between North and South Korea grew again. In addition to the response, I believe some of the South Korean citizens have been making their own balloons and sending USB of K-pop music and some other stuff, putting into the balloon along with rice. Like South Koreans are sending food to North Korea, not feces and trash. Even if they know what's going on, it's like, can they rebel? I mean, they really can't, because in North Korea, nobody has weapons. And obviously, how can people rebel going against a whole government that has these kind of bombs and military measures? Also, according to South Korean media, they say that North Korean government really hates the speakers. And Kim Jong-un's sister, or his half-sister, who has been like the spokespersons of that government, a regime, she's been saying that North Korea will be taking new drastic measures to respond to South Korea and turning the speakers back on. North Korea has been firing missiles into the sea to show off like what kind of technology that they have and how they're protecting themselves. Also, a news that has been going on viral in South Korea is Kim Jong-un's daughter. She's only 12 years old, born in 2013, and recently she has been seen out with her father, and she's dressed in a very adult blouse and like heels, and like it doesn't seem like an outfit that a 12-year-old would wear. Like, look at this. She actually looks almost identical to her mother, but again, a 12-year-old should be, you know, playing around in the dirt and in the playground. I mean, she's out there doing this with her father, especially wearing clothes that are definitely not appropriate of the age. Experts are saying that there are big tensions here, and this news is being talked about daily. So what does this mean? Some are saying that it is highly unlikely that it will lead to an actual war, because that means a big loss for North Korea as well. But even for me, watching South Korean news, this has been one of the biggest tensions going back and forth that's been happening. So I really hope that everybody is safe and there will be nothing crazy going on. I will update you guys, so stay tuned.